The Spiel des Jahres is the biggest award given away in board games each year. More and more awards are coming up and becoming kind of larger, but still I think this is the Academy Awards of board games. It is the German family game of the year, so it generally leans more towards Euro games as well as lighter games that have simple rule sets. First Spiel nominated game that I'm going to talk about is Karuba. This is produced by Haba Games and designed by Rudiger Dorn, who won the, I think, Kinderspiel back in 2014 for Istanbul. And Karuba is an interesting game. Haba Games had previously focused entirely on kids games, really young kids games, like Animal Upon Animal is their biggest hit. Generally dexterity games, good wooden bits. They also produce wooden toys. Last year, they expanded out into the family game market, so this was their first or second. They also made Adventureland around the same time game in that market, so it's interesting to see them get nominated for a Spiel. In Karuba, you are explorers trying to find different hidden temples and collect gems along the way that score you points. It is a tile-laying route-building game, kind of like Suro, where you're building a route that you can move your guys across. And it's very, very simple. Basically, everyone has the same tiles that you're going to pull from, so everyone has the same choices to make. It just depends how you do that. Somebody will pull a tile and say it's tile 24. Everyone then gets the choice to look at tile 24, and they can either place that anywhere on their board, or they can discard it and move their explorer however many entry points there were on the tile. So if it's a cross section where there are 4 roads meet in the middle and there are 4 different places, then you can move 4 spaces. And that's the whole game. You just do that until either the tiles run out or somebody has gone to all 4 of their temples with the different characters. It felt a lot like bingo, because it's a person just calling out a number and then you all separately on your own thing, heads down, look at your board and place it. There's not a way to interact with other players' boards. There's not a way to change what they're doing. You can look at them and go like, oh, they're going to get their blue guy to their temple before me, because the person who gets to each temple first gets more points, and then each person to go later gets less points. So you might go, okay, I'm going to focus on my yellow guy instead. So you can certainly, it's not entirely solitaire, but you're all kind of playing your own little game. I wasn't in love with this game, and I normally don't mind multiplayer solitaire games. I love Dominion, and that usually doesn't bother me very much in games. But this one, it kind of did. I was making interesting choices, I guess, but they were all so small that I never really felt it much. So yeah, I think this one is the weakest of the 3 this year. Up next is Imhotep. That's designed by Phil Walker Harding and produced by Cosmos. I love Phil Walker Harding. I love Sushi Go and Cacao. I think he does really interesting, simple designs that have a lot of depth of strategy to them and kind of boil down mechanics to their essence without a whole lot of stuff put on top of it. So in Imhotep, you are, I guess, workers of some sort, and you're trying to build like pyramids and monoliths and things like that in ancient Egypt. You all get these big chunky cubes, like big 1-inch or 1/2-inch cubes that feel great in your hand, and you stack them up and actually will be making like a pyramid shape and monolith shape and things like that. That's all very pleasing. And you have very simple choices and actions. You can either take 3 stones from the quarry and put them on your little holding card that you can hold up to 5 stones. You can load a stone onto a boat. There are, depending on the number of players, different kinds of boats that can hold a different amount of stones, and you can put a stone on the boat. Or you can ship a boat, which then you take the boat once it has its minimum number of stones that's required to ship it and move it to one of the different places. So say you go to the pyramid. Then the boat unloads, and whoever stones are there, it might be all yours, it might have none of yours, it might be some of yours, they unload. And you get points depending. There are also action cards that you can get and a couple of other things, but that's the basic gist of the game. The different areas score in different ways, where there might be like an area majority style thing with monoliths or things like that. Also, each different location has an A side and a B side, and you can play either all A's, all B's, or mix them up. So there's more variety in the game and how things score. It's interesting. It can be a very cutthroat game because as somebody's loading up a boat, maybe they get 3 stones of theirs on a boat, you can ship it to a place where you know they don't want to go. Or maybe you ship a boat to a place that you're afraid somebody else will ship you, because once a boat's there, you can't ship there anymore. It is way more cutthroat feeling than a lot of light Euro games. It weirdly reminded me a little bit of Panamax, if you've played that, just because you can load boats and you can put your goods on someone else's boat, and then you can kind of do that whole thing, but very, very simple. The first game I played with all the A-sides, and I kind of left it going like, I was kind of expecting more from that. Then I played again, and I played with all the B-sides, which I do think the B-sides are a little bit more interesting. They have more variety in the decisions you can make. And I was like, okay, this is pretty good. And since the weekend, it's been a couple days, I've been thinking about the game a whole lot. So I think I actually like it a whole lot more than I initially thought I did. It's a game that I like. Leaving the game, I wasn't like, I love this game, but I really want to play it more. So I think that there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of strategy based on incredibly simple decisions. So I think this is a really strong contender, and in other years could possibly win, but I don't think it'll win this year, because this year it's up against Codenames. Codenames is a game designed by Vlaada Chvátil and produced by Czech Games Editions. This game came out last year and hit with a huge splash. It is selling tons of copies, tons of people playing it all the time. It's my most played game since it's come out by far. It's a game that works for any group of people. I play it with my family. I play it with people that don't play games at all. I play it with hardcore gamers, and it is always a hit with all of them. Basically, in Codenames, it's a very simple game. There is an array of 25 cards that have words on them in front of you that's in a grid, in a 5x5 grid, so the cards will have simple words like shoe or bat or green or whatever. You're on teams. Two people can see a secret kind of grid that shows which cards are for which team. So if I'm on the red team, I'm going for, say, these 7 cards, and I can see where those are, but my team doesn't know where they are. And then the blue team's going for other ones. Then there are also innocent bystanders, because you're a spy somehow. I don't know. It's a really loose theme. And there's also the assassin card that if your team picks, you immediately lose. And you're just racing to get your team to pick all of yours before the other team picks theirs. You can only give one word clues and then a number. So I say marble 4, and maybe the words out there are column and game and stone and things like that I'm trying to get them to guess. But it becomes very interesting and difficult, because you don't want your team to pick other words that also are going to relate to things. So it's this interesting kind of high wire act that you're playing. I think this game should absolutely win the Spiel. I think some people are talking about how it might not, just because of the type of game it is, but there hasn't been a game in recent memory that has been this popular, this fast, and is also so good. It's a game that feels like it's been around for 50 years. It takes games like Taboo and word games, and it's better than they are. It's a genre that you felt like was done, that the only games, there's nothing fresh. Everything felt like it was just a revisit of something else. This game felt totally fresh, and it took the ideas in those games and improved upon them greatly, which was crazy. And yeah, it's not like for a game. So like there are games that I like more than it. It's not my favorite game or anything, but it is a game that can be played by anyone in any group. And that's huge for our hobby, to be able to, sit down with people who've never played games before. And immediately after I play it one time, always people want to play it again and try to be the clue giver and things like that. I think this one will win just because the game made such a huge splash. It's so well respected by casual gamers and hardcore gamers alike. Yeah, I love this game. So those are my picks for the Spiel des Jahres nominees this year. Thanks for tuning in. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you check out the other videos of the Spiel nominees that I will link around here that are coming out very quickly if they're not out already. So you can see my breakdown of the Kinderspiel, the Kinderspiel, and the Spiel des Jahres nominees this year. Make sure you follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at Chris Bryan Games. I'd very much appreciate that. And let me know in the comments if you want me to do more videos like this instead of just the board game news. And if so, what kind of videos you would like to see me do, because I'd really like to branch out and start covering more subject matter and stuff like that. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out the news when it comes out on every Wednesday. All right, thanks for watching.